Hello everybody! I'm starting off in my Main Street USA toy box along with Captain Barbosa because today I'm going to hook up the remaining logic for my Adventureland toy box. And before I do that, I want to let you know that this will be my last video for this year, except for my Christmas video, which will air next Sunday. If you haven't heard yet, a number of Disney Infinity toy box creators and modders will be participating in a special holiday event on Sunday, December 19th. We're all going to be uploading videos that day, so you should get to see a lot of cool Christmas and holiday videos. I've been working on my video for several weeks, and I need time to wrap that up, so I'm not going to be doing anything else this year. But I need to finish Adventureland first, and so let's get to that. And I want to remind you about a locator we put down when we first started Adventureland that we haven't done anything with yet. We're going to hook up a toy box door to this locator so we can leave Adventureland and come back to this point in the toy box. And so we've got a locator here, and again, I'll zoom out so you can kind of see where that is placed. The main thing is you want it placed outside of this trigger area over here where the player will not be touching it. And if we look at the properties for this, the door destination tag I've set to 3, and that's important. I've got the one over by Fantasyland over here on the bridge. That is set to 1. The one over here underneath the monorail, that's set to 2. This one I'm setting to 3. And so that's all set up and ready to go now. I just wanted to remind you that that was there. In case you hadn't created that before, this is the time to do it. So now I'm going to head into Adventureland, and I'll connect up a toy box to that locator. So here we are in Adventureland. Let's go ahead and hook up to that locator in Main Street USA. And I've got a trigger area that I've set over that opening. You can see how I've got that positioned. And I've also got a toy box door down here that I've placed. So we'll go ahead and set the properties for this. The destination is already the original toy box, the Main Street USA toy box. Disneyland Build is the name of my toy box file. Destination locator tag is what we want to set, and this has to match the locator out in Main Street USA. And it's going to be number 3. So that's set. And then we come up to our trigger area. New logic connection when entered by player, any. We come down and do what we've done many times before. Go to the toy box door and change the level. And now that will take us back to Main Street USA, right outside the corresponding entrance to Adventureland there. So that's good. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is hook up the logic for the meet and greet over here at Aladdin's Oasis. And I've placed 2 locators inside here. Let's see if I can get in here where you can see them. So that's where these are positioned. You can see where the little blue dot is facing. And we're going to need a dynamic trigger and a friendly wave generator. So on the dynamic trigger, we're going to connect this up to the first locator right over here. And on the properties for this, the target is going to be the locator, and the trigger distance, I'm going to set this to 50. On the friendly wave generator, we're going to connect that up to those same 2 locators. I want to connect first to this one, because that's where I want Aladdin to be. And we're going to connect up to the second one, and I really hate how that automatically spins the camera. That's so annoying. Alright, so we're connected up to those 2. And to save a little bit of time, I've already configured the wave so that Aladdin is first and Jasmine is second. Under the properties, we're going to take the generation delay to 0, turn off the generation effects, and under the generated friend options, I'm going to set the behavior to admire. just for something a little different than stand still. So on the dynamic trigger, we're going to do a new logic connection when entered by player any. We'll go over to the friendly wave generator and generate the wave. And a new logic connection on the dynamic trigger when exited by player any. We'll come over here and defeat the wave. That'll take them back out. So when the player leaves that area, we don't leave those two characters in there taking up memory. And that's it for Aladdin's Oasis. The logic there is really simple. The last thing I'm going to hook up today is the logic for the hot dog stands. And for that, I've placed a trigger area around the hot dog stand there. I've also placed an action enforcer. And for the other hot dog stand, I've also got a trigger area in here. I'll try to give you a good look at that so you can see how that's positioned. So this again is also very simple. We'll do a new logic connection when entered by player any. We're going to come over to our action enforcer. And for this one, I'm going to have it ghost. And you can do whatever you want with these, but we're going to have it ghost the player. So it's like they've been cursed by the black pearl curse. And I'm going to do just the triggering player. So just the player who wanders into that trigger area. And likewise for this one, new logic connection when entered by player any. Come over to the action enforcer, and for this one, we're going to do the sludge, because that'll actually look a little like he's been doused in ketchup, which is pretty good. So I like that. It says sludge, but when you run up into it, kind of feels like you got hit with ketchup. It looks a little reddish, so that's pretty good. You'll also need to hook up the day and night transition using a satellite receiver, and I've showed you how to do that back in episode 27. What we did for Fantasyland in that episode has to be done here too, so you'll do the same thing here. And I'm not going to show that again because it's the exact same thing. You can just go to that episode and watch it. But that's it for Adventureland, except for the toy box door down here on this end, which will lead to Frontierland. And we haven't built that yet, so we're going to do that next in this series, which will probably happen in late January or early February of 2022. Until then, I want to thank you for watching and wish you all a safe and happy holiday season. Don't forget to check out the videos from all the Disney Infinity content creators this Sunday. To make sure you don't miss mine, you can subscribe to my channel by clicking my photo below if you haven't already done that. That's all for me today. Take care.